that I live out here in Hollywood, and motherhood is so glorified, glamified in the fact that you see Angelina Jolie, who literally has an individual nanny for each child.
It's Channel Mom with Jenny Dean Schmidt. We're here for you.
Hey, we're so excited that we have Tricia Goyer, who has adapted Mom's Night Out, the movie, into a novelization, and Kerri Pomarolli, who is a comedian and an actress, and she has written a devotional for Mom's Night Out. Really cool stuff. I love it because I'm so, having come from the media, having been a television reporter, having seen how little attention and focus and accolades we give to moms, and how really they're doing one of the most important jobs on the planet. I love it when something like this comes along. So, ladies, and I'll start with you first, Kerri. I think part of this, obviously, is tapping into the fact that some of the dum-dums in Hollywood have realized that we have a huge contingent of people who love God, who go to church, who love Jesus, and are trying to raise their families well. And they think, oh, there's money to be had there. These movies like God's Not Dead and Heaven is for Real have done well. And so these movies may be successful. But tell me about that shift in Hollywood, because you live there. You get it. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we're like the new Kabbalah. We're very trendy right now. I saw this happen when The Passion came out. We had our 15 minutes of fame. We had a small window.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, everything in this world ebbs and flows and ebbs and flows. And I think we're in an ebb and a flow about Christianity. There was Soul Surfer last year, and there's just been other movies that have been, I guess the term that everybody's kicking around is faith-based. Now, what I really like about these movies is it's a movie and there's Christians in it. It's not trying to throw a Bible down your throat when you come into the movie theater. That's what Hollywood expects of Christians. They want us to come across as judgy and preachy, but Mom's Night Out has this subtle message, and the way that Trace Atkins, portrayed his character, it was so beautiful and sweet at the same time. And I really hope that they continue along that path, because it's surprising Hollywood. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to think. And Tricia's book is the same way. It's not, hell and brimstone. It's like these moms, we make movies about people that are Jewish, people that are Muslim, and we just want to have a say. We just want to have a voice. I want to take my kids to a movie and not have to run out the door screaming fire when there's like a bad scene because I don't want them to see it.
Yeah.
And so it was my pleasure that somebody said, can I take my kids to see Mom's Night Out? And for the first time in a really long time, I'm like, absolutely. I hope you do.
Yeah. And Tricia, in your novelization, I just am kind of curious, what goes on there? Do you just look at the screenwriter's material and then you go from there? What was this a first for you?
It definitely is a first for me, and I actually had a late version of the movie, so it wasn't like the complete finalized version, but it was pretty close. Mm-hmm. And then I had the screenplay, and I watched the movie, I don't know, probably 101 times, or I know, something like that, each scene 20 or 30 times to make sure I got the dialogue right, I got the characters right, because I really wanted to be the characters to come alive in the book, too, so it's the same. But I love doing like internal dialogue and some more of the backstory of them, and a lot of my experiences come out in just subtle ways. It's fun because I had a reader who reads all my books says I could totally tell it was a Goyer book, which is so fun because it's someone else's movie. But I guess the subtle little things I was able to do really came through too. And I actually wrote it. We were going on a family vacation. We had 11 of our family members, all my kids, my husband, my daughter-in-law, my 2 grandkids, in a van going to Disney World as I wrote this. So I am in the front passenger seat with my earphones and my computer as we're going from Arkansas to Florida, and they're screaming. There's Barney playing on the movies behind me. Yeah. So really, that's why it's so authentic, because that was my experience as I was writing it.
That's perfect. And I want both of you to admit, do either of you have little people like next to you right now pulling at the phone cord and saying, Mom, 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 is that happening? Because I just want to be real on the radio.
I am sitting right now in the parking lot at my daughter's school, circling and waving at her as I do this interview, going, Mommy will be there in a minute. Mommy will be there in a minute.